plan for today. We've basically covered the base submissions for the legs. So we've got our straight ankle lock, Aoki lock, Z lock, left knee bar, toe hold, and heel hook. So today and from now on, what everything is going to be is finding those submissions in the different leg entanglements. So there's not going to be any new submissions from now on. Everything is going to be review in terms of the submissions. It's just, okay, we've been doing them from straight single leg X right now. Now it's how do I find them in outside Ashi? How do I find them in double trouble? How do I find them in backside 50-50? Now it's just a matter of finding the submissions in our leg entanglements. So that's what everything is going to be focused on from now on, okay? So first one's going to be easy. I don't think I need that much time to do it. Come over here so I can show the process. It's part of our base. We did it when we were working on single leg X anyway, is just the heel hook from outside Ashi. So I get my single leg X. Actually step forward so that we roll that way. Yeah, okay. So, and I bring it down, read the leg, and really important is I catch. Okay? And also, I said it a million times, I'm going to say it again. When you're reaping, don't do this. Okay? It is called reaping the knee. Bring that knee over, not his hips. Okay? And catch the heel hook. And from now on, it's in his own interest to roll. Because if he doesn't, I'm just going to heel hook and he's going to break his own leg. Okay? So, and I start rolling with him. And then I get here, stop. This is where I bring my feet together, okay? I've already extracted my foot from this leg now, and I can roll completely now. And now I can land in my outside Ashi. I don't land like this. I can land correctly so that I protect the leg on the inside, and I've got my outside heel hook, okay? So, kind of a review, we've done this heel hook already a couple of times, I've shown it a couple of times. We are starting with this one just because it's the most obvious after the gator roll, and then we're going to go to how do I do a straight ankle lock from there, how do I do a knee bar from there, how do I do a toe hold, ankle lock, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So let's just drill this one a little bit, and then we'll go to the other ones that we haven't had as much practice with, okay? So we've done the outside heel hook so many times, I don't think I need to go into a lot of detail now. Now, over here. Straight foot lock from outside Ashi, okay? So actually, just sit down, let's just start an outside Ashi so I don't have to keep correcting so that we're in camera. Okay, so we're just going to assume I've got my outside Ashi, okay? When you're practicing, please practice the roll. Because I've said it before, this ability to roll with your opponent in the leg entanglement is really important. That's what allows you to stick to his legs and keep going. If he's able to roll out and you can't roll with him, you're going to lose a lot of leg locks. Okay? So, from here, for the straight foot lock, okay? First of all, I don't like to kind of fish like this because, just push my knee. Now you can get my back. Okay, I don't like to start turning away and grabbing for the foot. So from here, what I do is I take this hand, bring it up under the knee, and I use that to lift the foot. Okay, now I've got his foot. I can get my bicep grip, and yes, the foot is way too visible. I'm not going to get a good heel hook from here, or straight foot lock from here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall to my side and put my feet on his hip. And I use this to shrink back. Now I can hide his toes, hip in, and now I get the break. Okay? They all have weaknesses and strengths. The strength with the straight foot lock is that it's an easy grip to grab. The basic, this is really easy to get, and it's really easy to hold. Okay, grabbing a good heel hook grip can sometimes be a little complicated. You gotta get the heel exposure and everything. You gotta turn it around. This grip I can almost always grab. Okay, this is almost. I don't have a good lock because again I can see his toes. This is not going to be a good lock, but at the very least I've got the trap. And from here, I can start shrimping out, correcting, and now I've got a nice Now I've got a nice break. And at the same time, I've got the advantage with this, that with my feet on his hips, if he tries to come up, I can use that to keep him at a distance. So again, that's just kind of a breakdown of why you might go for a different lock than the outside heel hook. If I'm doing a straight foot lock in outside Ashi, it's because normally I was, let's say I got here, I was trying for the heel hook, he slips his foot, okay. Then I come here, now I start trimming out. And going there. So it's a good sort of number 2 if you're going for the heel hook and he slips his heel while you're going for it. Okay, so you're going, your arm is actually generally already there at his knee, hike up, shoot the arm in, and then you've got your grip. And then it's just a matter of getting your feet on his hip, shrimping out to correct. I said it before, I'll say it again, straight foot locks, they're good things to know, and you can finish people with them. Of the foot locks, of the leg locks, I think is the one with the least success rate personally, just because, again, I've seen people tough out that break. A lot of people, when they get the break, it's like normally here, sort of in the middle toe bones and everything. If you're doing it 100% correctly, you actually should be breaking the tibia and dislocating the foot. I've seen people do this, it's not pleasant. Yeah, but it's a sort of lock. I mean, a couple of different things can go wrong in terms of the proper break. And if it's a minor break, it's a sort of break, especially at high level competition, where people are just going to tough it out and keep going, because I don't want to say it's an acceptable break. It's painful, but of the breaks you can get, is the least painful. It's the one that people are more likely to just tough out, especially if it's some people at the IBJJF and are on massive steroids. Okay, so but still a good lock to know. Okay, so let's give this a try. Straight foot ankle lock from outside Ashi. Just 1 or 2 little finishing notes for the straight foot lock from the outside Ashi. Just a couple of mistakes I noticed a lot of people making. First of all, the big one is everyone's holding this way too tight. The main thing, I just want to keep this needs to be loose, because I still need to be able to go up on his leg. And if I'm holding this with a death grip, I'm kind of stuck here, okay? So this grip is just nice and loose, because it's actually, if he tries to pull out, my legs are actually what's keeping him there anyway. This is just there so I'm ready. So that's the first note. Don't put a death grip on this leg. You need this grip nice and loose at first, okay? So let's speed up a bit. And the second one is to get the leg moving up. I saw a lot of people just kind of going to the side and kind of like doing this sort of a thing. I'm actually not doing that with my upper body. Stretch it up. What I'm actually doing is I try to bring my hips as far in this direction as possible, and that actually corrects the grip for me. So I really just brace my foot here. I've got my toes right in his abs, and I just use that to shrimp up as high as possible on his leg. Now I can go back to my original grip, and you can see on his face, this has already got a lot of power, and I'm not even bridging in. Okay, so just those 2 notes, okay? So first of all, don't grip too tight, okay? You need a loose grip so you can ratchet up on his foot. And when you're shrimping out, let's turn around so I can show my hips, what my hips are doing. Okay, and when you're shrimping out with the hips, okay, you're not doing little baby shrimps that everyone does as a warm-up because the coach didn't think of what he was going to teach and needs to find a way to waste time while he figures out what he's teaching that day. Okay, what you're doing is from here, getting that foot on his abs, on the side, and really shrimping out as high as you possibly can. Okay, my hips are right now at the same level as his foot. So his heel is actually almost on my ribs, actually. Okay, and from here, now I can come in with power. Okay, so don't think about ratcheting up with your upper body. Shrimp your hips way out and that's going to correct your grip on its own. Okay? So, let's do some sparring.